Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous Journey Across the Galaxy. We are heading on our way out to Sagittarius A star to visit the black hole, the supermassive black hole that's out over here. We made it quite a ways from the bubble, and we only have, 152 jumps left to go. The purpose of this journey is mostly exobiology related, because I'm trying to level up my commander's exobiology skill, and just make a little bit of extra cash along the way. But we're not just trying to stop off at any old planet. I want to try to find really cool, interesting things that are going to be fun to look at for me and for you. So we're going to get off this planet, get lined up with our jump to the next system, and then I'll go ahead and explain the process of how we do things around here as we go into new systems. Can I see the planet over here? Doesn't seem like it. Really should probably turn on my head tracking for this. This game is pretty cool in VR, but I can't wear the VR headset I have, I can't wear for long periods of time. It hurts my head and it just makes me very uncomfortable. So, I don't know if we're going to be able to... There we go. Very nice. I didn't want to hit the atmosphere and have it cancel on me because we got too close to the planet. But I think as long as we weren't well, no, we would have been forced out of our fast speed or whatever. Anyways, we're gonna pop into each system, pop our, blast our discovery scanner, and then obviously if there was more than 3 bodies, because this is just gonna be a trinary star system. Oh, I guess not. Okay, well, we'll check the map to see if there's anything that pops up there, and then once we're done with that, we'll hop into the full spectrum system scanner. And since it's just one body, we might as well take a look at it. What if there happens to be biology on it? But as expected, there's not. But anyways, that's kind of the process that we're going to use. When I pop into the full spectrum system scanner, we're mostly looking for Earth-like worlds, water worlds, and ammonia worlds, because those are very expensive. Those have high payouts for their exploration data. And then for planetary systems, for star systems with 15 or less bodies, right around that range, we will actually stop and do a scan of all the bodies there to see if maybe we can find some biological signals that we can use to increase our exobiology skill. Now, some of you have left comments down below saying that I should go ahead and scan systems that have lots and lots of bodies in them, because sometimes you might be able to find planets with, crazy amounts of biology on them. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I understand that, but we're working on a compromise system here between making a reasonable amount of progress toward our goal and leveling up our exobiology skill. My focus is not 100% on trying to maximize getting the maximum number of discoveries as we go across here. I'm trying to find a balance between scanning systems and trying to find things, and also getting a decent number of jumps in per video, so that we're not sitting here 6 months later and we still haven't made it to Sagittarius A star. So I'm kind of trying to find that sweet spot balance between travel versus exploration. And if we get lucky, we'll find some cool stuff, and otherwise we'll just, at least we'll get to the black hole at the center, and it will be a nice capstone on this leg of the journey, or this entire series if that ends up being all we do. That's kind of up to you guys. The more subscribers, the more watch time we get on these videos, the more it's going to let me know that you guys are actually interested in this journey. So, if too many people are clicking on the video and then they're leaving after 30 seconds, that indicates to me that this is not an interesting series for you guys, and probably not going to go out to Beagle Point. So I highly suggest that if you're hopping on here and you actually do have an interest in these videos, make sure you stick around towards the end of the video to help out with that average watch time. As a YouTuber who's trying to get to a place where I'm seriously doing this professionally, I have to look at metrics and I have to look at all of these things to decide where I'm going to allocate my time, because if I'm going to make this my business, I kind of have to be as efficient as I can be with that, because there's only so much time in the day, and you have to make hard decisions as to where you're going to spend that most valuable resource. So right now we have 10 bodies in this system that we can scan. Hopefully none of these are behind the star. I really hope that none of these are behind the star. Okay. And then, so I lost my train of thought. We have 10 bodies to grab. We're just looking for biological signatures. So as we're going through the scan here, you're looking up in that top right corner where it says features. And we're hoping to see biological on there. I want to see at least 2 biological features, because that means that it won't just be bacteria. I don't really get excited about bacteria. They tend to be a little bit hard to spot sometimes, and it's just not worth it to me to fly over to a planet that's only going to have some bacteria on it. So it doesn't look like this system's going to work out for us, and we're going to move on to the next one. Let me know below if you guys are enjoying that music. I do try to find copyright-free music to use on my channel, because I don't want to get demonetized. And I know the Elite Dangerous music can get very boring after a while, hearing it over and over again, video after video after video. So I have about 10 songs that I've downloaded that I use in here. Probably should link them, but I'm lazy. I can certainly try to provide links upon request if you guys are actually interested in the music. You know, I'm not interested in taking away from other content creators, but at the same time, it's like, who reads video descriptions? So I will definitely give you guys links to the videos upon request, but because the link changes every day and every time I do this, and I don't want to have to go and edit the description every single time. I don't want to say I'm super lazy. I'm just very impatient about repetitive things over and over and over again, and I have my video descriptions set up the way I want them, and I don't want to have to go back in and edit them every single video, especially because I have 5 different videos that I do, and they would all have to be adjusted every single time, and I don't have the patience for that. I don't have the patience for it. So I know it's not technically right, but realistically, if you really wanted the song, you can leave me a comment and I'll give you the link. All right, anything interesting show up immediately? Nope, just some belts. Doesn't look like we're gonna get any worlds, but this system is small enough that we can justify doing a little bit of a scan here. So that's going to be all the asteroid belts. Grab this gas giant. So that's one. Got 2 gas giants that look like they're orbiting each other. That's cool. I always like to see that. Moving on. Come on. Where's the next? Oh, here we go. Oh, nope, that's actually a body. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Still looking for the features for the biology. So just keep an eye up in that top right corner. And as we go through all of these, we're just hoping to find some cool biology to go inspect. It doesn't feel like we're going to find it though, because usually by now, at this point in the process, we've found at least something. At least one biology by this point, and it doesn't seem like we're going to get lucky on this one. There's a geological ×3. Another geological ×3. That's not what we're looking for. Ooh, okay, here we go. So we're definitely going to that planet. Oh, well, hold on. How far away was that planet? Yeah, I guess those aren't too far away. Okay, so let's go ahead and start heading over towards our destination. 3,000 light seconds isn't terrible, but I am going to go ahead and cut between here and there so you guys don't have to watch this super boring, you know, probably 1 or 2 minute journey here. So I'll be back once we're closer to the little planetary system over there. And here we are approaching the planetary system over here. I do try to bring you guys back a little bit earlier than I have been, because sometimes these planetary systems look kind of cool. And you never know what you're going to see as you approach, because there's that cool ringed planet over there to the left. And if I had gotten too close to these bodies over here, it would have been off the side of the screen by the time you saw it. So, I don't know. So I try to find a good balance between... Well, we need to get down over here. So it looks like the other planet that we're trying to get to is... here. Slow down just a little bit. Get ourselves up to this planet, get ourselves a scan, and then we'll hop down there and see what interesting life forms we can find down there. Somebody was mentioning, what was the name of the device? I'm sorry, I'm never going to remember the names of the people who leave me comments. Just know that I do pay attention to your comments when you leave them. I try to respond to as many as I can, and I appreciate the feedback that you guys bring to me, but I have a terrible memory for names. So I don't remember exactly who it was, but you did say something to the effect of using a scanner while I was down on the surface of the planet. It was the... I don't remember what it's called. But I have to switch between the two different modes to get to it, so don't remember what it was. Ideally, it'll pop back in when I look at it. Frutexa. What? All right, I've seen Tussock before. Frutexa does not sound familiar to me, so we are definitely... okay. Let's go ahead and get down here. Actually, let me stop. Well, let's go ahead and get down. I'll try to remember to look at it when we get down there. But there's a device. There's a device over here. The composition scanner, I think, is what they said. Oh, I forgot to turn the freaking Super Cruise Assist off. Okay. So I'm gonna aim for that relatively flat-looking area just up above, just at the top of the screen, and we'll see how it goes. And ideally, by the time we get down low enough, the red will have disappeared, and we can come in right at the edge of this flat area here. So let's come down. Actually, let's aim for the crater here, because as other viewers have mentioned, and I have noticed myself, many times craters have much more. I have much more luck in the craters than I do out in the flat areas. I think I might head towards this bigger one over here, because bigger means more diversity in the same location. So let's see. Oh, it's not a crater. Is this a crater? I don't know. Okay. But I do want to take just a second to try to figure out. So I do have both of those set up. I just need to switch my fire group, and I don't remember what button I have set for that. So let's just pop into the menu real quick. And then I gotta remember, is it in this menu? No, it's targeting. Is it in the weapons menu? Cycle, okay, here we go. I don't think I want it to be, I mean, I guess that's fine. Composition scanner, nothing found. I don't know how that works. Oh. I don't know how the composition scanner works. I may need to pause the video for a second to go research that, because I don't think I've ever actually used it before. Ooh, we got some graphical lag there. The problem is that we're not seeing any biology in this area, even though it said we were supposed to have some. We're definitely close enough to the ground that we should be able to see something. This is the part that really irritates me when we get down here and it says they're supposed to be all over the place, but then you come down here and there's like seriously, oops. Not sure why it went down like that. So it I have a feeling that we got scammed or something, or unless they're all going to be really down deep in these craters here, which isn't really helpful. Man, even my powerful thrusters is not allowing me to get through that stuff. Well, this is annoying. Try the night vision trick to see if anything highlights itself for me, but realistically, it doesn't seem like there's anything here. It told me that there was stuff all over this planet, but we must have came down in the one spot where there's just nothing. I know I'm going fast, but it's never been a problem before, at least finding some of this stuff, especially on a three biology planet. Should be able to see something. Even, okay, that was something. Let's see here. Just wanted to see if there's anything else down there in the crater, but we did pass something here. So at least we're finally finding something. Are we having like a... I was gonna say, are we having like a graphical issue where there's just it's not rendering properly?
Landing gear deployed.
Okay. Oh. But I'm sure that doesn't count towards my exobiology, right? Okay, I mean, that's cool and all.
Landing gear retracted.
That's not what I meant to do.
Landing gear deployed.
Sure that doesn't count towards my exobiology, though, right? Like, that isn't one of my three. How cool would that be if you could just pop up to it with your ship and just be like, whoop. So I'm a little confused as to the purpose of the composition scanner. Okay, so that's our Frutexa. That's the little plants here. Interesting. Got ourselves a nice little first footfall as well, so that's nice. Let's hop up into our spaceship and continue off in that direction, because I do believe I saw some more of this same stuff off in this direction. And we'll just kind of helicopter it like this so we can see the ground. I thought I saw something else being rendered off over here, but maybe I was mistaken. Yeah, see, this is what I mean when I talk on my other, when I've said on my other episodes of this, is they really need to redo the way exploration, this exobiology thing works, because it takes too long to find anything. At the very least, I should be able to get pings on something that says, "Hey, there's biology off in this direction. We're detecting a biological signature over here." It shouldn't be dependent on me just randomly running around and hoping to run into something. It's not appropriate for this setting. If we were playing an old sailing game back in the 1800s and you were combing your way through the jungle, okay, that style of gameplay works. But you know, we're advanced into the future. We should be able to detect this stuff from far enough away to be a little bit more efficient with our time. And I strongly disagree with anybody who says that this game is already automatic enough. No, no, it's not. We need a lot more automation and a lot more sophistication in, you know, the way that this game works, especially with stuff like this. Any of you who subscribe to the idea that grind makes a game valuable, I know we have nothing in common. There's nothing about... I've done so much grind in my life, and man, it's just such a waste of your life. It's such a waste of time. You get nothing out of it. Nobody wants to grind in the real world at their job if they don't have to. We're always trying to find the get-rich stuff, right? So why would you advocate doing it in your spare time, too? That makes no sense to me. I can't think of a single person that would ever say, yeah, I enjoy grinding for my money. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. Yep, I want to grind. I want... Oop, that was one. This is what... You see how close I had to get to that to see it? That's pretty unreasonable. That's pretty unreasonable. And, like, I'm not even sure I saw it. I'm having to turn around and... I thought I saw something. Could have swore I saw some plants render for, like, half a second, and then they were gone. Did I see it? Was I seeing things? I could have swore I saw plants render for, like, a second. I know I could get out and use the SRV, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to. I don't want to pull my SRV out. I should be able to do this from my ship here. Just pop down. The SRV should be for, you know, resource extraction, not looking for things. You shouldn't have to go look for things. The looking for things should be done from the ship, and then actually going down and doing the things that you found should be when you pull out the SRV. Okay, seriously, man, this is ridiculous. I just need one more. This is like the most trolly planet I've ever found. Because it said they were all over the place, and then we get down here, and there's, like, nothing. Dude, you know what I mean? Like, there should at least be some kind of, like, discovery scanner for the planet that pings things that are within range of your scanner, and you can go find them there. I really should not have to be visually inspecting the planet to find this stuff. This is ridiculous. Really, really shouldn't have to do this. This is an unreasonable requirement. Just out of curiosity. I mean, it's nice that there's these big craters down here, but there's nothing in them, so... And then I crash into the wall. This is really frustrating. There were supposed to be 2 interesting species down here, but... Unfortunately, because they're just not as prolific as the scanner was saying that they are, I'm not going to waste a bunch of time trying to find them. I may even just give up on this one if this is going to take, you know, another 10 minutes for us to frickin' find another set of it. Right, so I saw a cluster of shadow over here that could be, that could be what we were looking for. I saw it out of the corner. So that right there, and it only rendered for like a second. So are these our plants? Yeah, see, this right here, that's unreasonable. I have to be this close to them to see them? All right, come on, developers. You guys, if any of you are watching, you got to do something about that. That's unreasonable. That is unreasonable. I know you want us to use the SRV, but you shouldn't be forcing us to do things the way you want us to do it. You should just be encouraging us to do things the way you want to do it. If you want us to use the SRV to do this stuff, make the SRV so indispensable. What I'm trying to say is make the SRV so much more efficient, not by taking away from what the ship should be able to do, but you make the SRV so awesome that there's just no other choice. You know what I mean? Like, the ship should be good, and then if you really want us to use the SRV, it should be just a lot better. I'm sorry. I don't like this idea of, you know, we're gonna make the ship completely useless so that you'll use the SRV. No, you should make the ship really useful, and then the SRV is just so much better because it has, I don't know. I don't even know how you would justify that, but I'm just saying, you guys need to get a little bit more creative with the way that you put this stuff together, because the arbitrary limitations that you guys place on things to force us to use these assets that you've created is really annoying, and it makes us not want to play. That's all I'm saying. I should be able to fly around in this ship and have a scanner on it that highlights biological things on the ground from a high altitude so that I can just fly around at a leisurely pace and then, oh, there's something on the ground. Let me go look at that. Now, if you want to force me to use the SRV, like if you want to make it so that the scanner on the SRV is the only way I can get certain things, okay, that's sort of kind of reasonable. But the way that you guys are forcing us to visually find these things is quite unreasonable, and it really needs to change. This is not a it would be nice if you guys made it easier. This is you guys really need to change this if you want exobiology to be something that people do long term. Because this having to comb the ground with my eyeballs and hope that maybe it renders as I'm flying past, or you are going to require me to hop into my SRV and drive around and then, you know, whatever. That's an unreasonable expectation. Maybe leave in viewers, leave in the comments if you can come up with good ideas as to why that makes sense. But me personally, I can't think of any logical reason why the ship that I'm sitting in right now shouldn't be able to find everything I want to find. And then, yeah, if I want to collect a sample, sure, I need to land, hop out of the ship, go over, grab my sample, hop back into the ship, and fly to the next one. But the way that this works right now is just, it's not reasonable. It's not reasonable. So that's all I have to say. We've wasted a lot of time on this episode. I wanted to get off this planet and go find somewhere else, but the way that this works has prevented me from doing that because I'm not going to go past 30 minutes for these videos. So hopefully you guys had lots of fun. I know for me it was pretty frustrating trying to find these stupid little plants. I wanted to go find the other thing, but we don't have time. The way that this worked out was just not reasonable. But anyways, click that like button to help out with the metrics for the channel so that these videos get shared with other people and we can get as many people along for this ride as we can as we continue our journey out to the big black hole at the center of the galaxy. If you're not subscribed, be sure to do so now so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your video feed and you can watch it as soon as it becomes available. And speaking of that, channel members get early access to my videos in addition to a few other perks. So be sure to click that join button just below your viewer to bring up that list of perks so you can decide if supporting the channel is something that you would like to do as well. Again, I hope you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to come back for the next one, and I'll see you then.